Hey everybody, this is Richard Barker. We're going to show you how workflows work with calendars and booking appointments. So obviously under your settings tab you have calendars. You can create as many calendars as you want. You can set the preferences, when it starts, whether it's 24 hours, what language it's in. You can also click on your calendar and it will open up a link. So you could actually just share the link to your calendar and allow people to book appointments. The other thing you could do is you could actually click on the three dots, click on edit. This is where you are able to customize your entire calendar, what it says, what it does, and how it does it. All your availability, confirmation emails, basically all this information is in settings. And then you could either just copy and paste the link, or you could actually get the code, copy the code, paste it into your website, and then of course you're able to control all your appointments. You can see your calendar inside Follow Up Spark, and you can also see all your appointments that are coming up. You're able to confirm, reschedule, invalidate, cancel, show, no show, delete. So you have lots and lots of different control. But what I want to show you now is how the brand new workflows tab works with setting up your appointment reminders. I'm going to hand over to Chase. Keep watching, and I think you're going to love how this works.
This is a great workflow to use for any businesses that book appointments, consultations, calls, and etc. The workflow allows you to accomplish two things with one automation. The first being a confirmation email and or text message letting the contact know their appointment has been scheduled, and the second being a chain of reminders leading up to the appointment. Reminders can be emails, text messages, and even ringless voicemails. So let's dive in. First, let's take a look at the settings tab where we will want to review two specific settings for an appointment reminder workflow. The first is allow multiple, which determines whether a contact can enter this workflow more than once. You'll likely want to enable this if the goal of the business is to get customers booking more than once. The second setting we need to look at is the stop on response, which controls what happens if someone replies to any of the messages sent from this workflow. For appointment reminder campaigns, it's important to make sure this is toggled off to ensure that the contact gets all of the reminder notifications, even if they reply to a message at some point. Now that our settings are in order, let's take a look at the workflow trigger that kicks this workflow off. For appointment reminder workflows, you actually have two workflow trigger options, and it's important to understand the differences between them. The first is the appointment trigger, which fires whenever the status of an appointment changes, which means in the case where a calendar is set to not auto-confirm appointments, this trigger would fire when a user confirms the appointment, and then it could fire again if, say, the appointment was canceled or rescheduled. Because of this, it's important to add a filter when using the appointment trigger to specify the status you want to fire this trigger. Typically, the status would be confirmed. Again, this is a great trigger to use for businesses who don't want bookings to auto-confirm. The second trigger option for appointment reminder campaigns is the customer booked appointment trigger, which fires only when someone makes a booking via the calendar booking widget. So no, this trigger wouldn't fire if, say, a staff member is manually scheduling people on the back end. Using this trigger as it is by default will fire anytime anyone books an appointment via a widget. So you might want to add a filter to confine the trigger to bookings on a specific calendar if there are more than one calendar and you want to create an independent workflow with different messaging. Now let's take a look at the actions. The first action will be the confirmation email, which you'll usually want to fire off immediately. In the edit action panel, you can configure the details of an email such as from name and email address, the subject, and the message body. Don't forget you can add the custom values in any of these fields to dynamically populate information from the content record. Additionally, you can select email templates if you built those using the email builder, which can be found in the marketing tab. Next, we have the wait step, but keep in mind, you may want to add text messages after each email if you also want the contact to receive appointment reminders via SMS. This first wait event is set to hold the contact until 24 hours before the appointment date or time. So one day before the appointment, this wait step will open allowing the contact to pass through to the next step. The next step we have here is another email messaging to notify the contact that their appointment is in within 24 hours. Once that email goes out, the contact moves to the next step, which we want to be another wait step to hold the contact until when we want the next reminder to go out. In this case, we have a wait step to set to open 1 hour before the appointment, and once it opens, we'll pass the contact into the next step and then another email reminding the contact that their appointment is in 1 hour. So this is how we use the workflows to build appointment reminder campaigns. Remember, the configuration of your appointment reminder campaigns, meaning the amount of messages you want to send, the timing, and the types of message you send are completely up to you.